Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
I will not have the first losing season in 40 years at this university.
The only thing that can save Pete Bell's job is a miracle. Behold, the miracle.
Never been coached. It's totally raw.
Neon, please try not to step on the children.
Okay, all right.
Nick Nolte and Shaquille O'Neal. Blue Chips, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 18th.
Is nobody else in this movie?
Nick
Nolte, Shaquille O'Neal, in the best buddy cop movie ever.
Shazam.
No, I know it's Nolte and Shaq on the poster too.
Yeah, this I think this movie is going to be a real litmus test for the podcast audience, because I know some people like me and you like, oh hell yeah, I remember that movie. That shit was awesome. And some people like my wife are like, what movie? And I tell her who's in it. She's like, what? What are they doing? Never heard of that.
Yeah, I told Kat, I was like, you remember this movie? And she's like, I don't think I do remember the movie. So then we started playing it, and she was like, wait, I think I have seen this. Wait, Shaq's from like New Orleans or something. I was like, yep, that's him. And then she's like, I remember this, but this is not relevant anymore. Why are y'all doing it? I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's 30 years old. That's why we're doing it. She's like, yeah, but now they can all get paid. I was like, all right.
I know.
Yeah, I know that part, but like.
She's not wrong, by the way.
Yeah,
but,
she's not. She's not.
Yeah, Movie Life Crisis Season 4, Episode 6, Blue Chips.
Wowzers.
Starring brand name Gary Busey playing off-brand Bobby Knight.
Oh, man, that was an ice-cold windbreaker he was wearing the whole time, though. The whole time I was like, I need to get me a windbreaker.
Dude, he was wearing that freaking windbreaker. He was wearing a windbreaker with a freaking golf shirt underneath it, but sometimes the golf shirt had like a button on the collar. It's really weird.
I also
in the whole time he was doing the hell Chewbacca.
What about the sweater? The sleeves looked like they would go way too long, so they were just all so floppy. I liked it.
Yeah.
By the way, do you own a windbreaker?
No, I know you're the last member, but I don't. I don't have.
Do they
a
still make
windbreaker.
them?
Yeah, they do. I don't.
I want like the cheap kind that's like thin. It's got snaps, and on the inside, it's got that white like.
Well, dude, you have a members only
Downs?
jacket. That's the coldest windbreaker there is.
Is it a windbreaker though?
I don't know.
I don't know. I liked it. He was rocking it throughout the whole beginning of this movie, and I was like, man, I need a windbreaker.
Every time there's a sports movie, one of my favorite things is always the coach attire. Like if it's baseball, they're dressed like they might go in and play any minute now, like the freaking skin tight shorts with like the high socks.
Oh man,
Like,
I like a nice PE coach outfit. Short shorts with one pocket over the left cheek.
Polyester.
Yeah.
with the high socks, like Bad News Bears.
Clapping and your toes go in just a little and your ass is a little bit out while you're clapping. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. We just released Who Framed Roger Rabbit on Patreon. That's out there if anybody wants to check it out. Free 7-day trial on Patreon if you're just curious about the bonus stuff. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, by the way, freaking genius movie.
Yeah, it's a freaking fantastic movie.
I don't know how I went 20 years without watching that, but holy crap. It's on Disney Plus. It's brilliant.
People are sleeping on it for sure.
Yeah. Also, friend of the show, friend in real life, Patreon, Roger texted me and said, there's a lot of Rogers in that Patreon. It was really confusing to me. I was like, yeah, man, I should have probably warned you. We're going to be saying your name a lot. When you're trying to listen while you're driving, you keep looking up. Are they talking to me? Nope.
Me? Dude,
Yeah,
I mentioned to my students that I did Roger Rabbit, and they were like, wait, the movie where the cartoons and the real people? I was like, yeah, that's the one. And they were like,
God.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I was like, you should watch it. It's so good.
It's genius. I'm still thinking about it. It's ridiculous.
They're into it. They're going to see.
Yeah, and also people who are on Patreon, if there's other stuff you want us to, if you'd like to see Patreon, we're just doing the bonus episode just because we're having fun doing it. If you guys want to see other stuff, just let us know. We're open to ideas.
Like a fireman's calendar with us in it, or like what kind of stuff are we talking?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. If I knew other stuff, I would suggest it. But I'm like, I don't. Yeah, like you want different movies.
Not fireman's calendar.
Probably not fire. Even if it's just AI, you probably don't want me and Jeff on the calendar. But yeah, like, dude, I don't even know. I mean, there are podcasts that have really big Patreons. If they're doing stuff and you like them, and you're like, you guys should do this too. Sweet, tell us because we don't know.
Yeah.
Also, before we get into this one, because I know this is going to be a big movie for the ladies, it was just International Women's Day, just a couple days prior to the recording.
Oh, yeah.
But I was looking at it. I didn't know a lot of this. You might have known some of this, but I want to drop some knowledge on y'all about women that you probably didn't know that were behind your favorite movies. Just because when I found this out, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So let's see. Quentin Tarantino, well-known and talented movie maker. Sally Mende edited every movie of his from Reservoir Dogs up until she died in 2010. So Inglourious Bastards. She edited every Tarantino movie.
That's awesome.
Margaret Miller edits for George Miller. So Mad Max Fury Road, she won an Oscar for editing that movie.
That's awesome.
Steven Spielberg, Jaws, Verna Fields edited that. Steven Spielberg,
Nice.
E.T., Carol Littleton edited that. Francis Ford Coppola, he worked with an editor named Lisa Fritschman for years. She did Godfather 3.
Nice.
Scorsese's been working with the same editor almost his entire career, Thelma Schoonmaker, going all the way back to Raging Bull.
Nice.
Joss Whedon worked for years with an editor named Lisa Lassick, going from like Buffy to Firefly to Serenity, and then Avengers and Age of Ultron.
Dang.
And I think the most famous female editor you've probably never heard of, but who shaped movies that you love, is Marcia Lucas, who was married to George Lucas, who edited the original Star Wars trilogy.
That's awesome.
And she did something that George Lucas never did, which is she won an Oscar for Star Wars.
And also took stuff out that didn't need to be in there.
Well,
George Lucas didn't do that either.
No, he definitely did not. And you can tell that she didn't work on anything past the original trilogy because they got divorced. Because after that, the movies start to get pretty wild. But dude, she said she spent 8 weeks editing just the freaking Battle of Yavin. Because she had taken time off because she was pregnant, and the editor they had hired was like, Lucas was like, "This sucks. This is a mess. You're out. I need my wife in here to come fix this."
Yeah.
And she was the one who told Lucas, like, she was like, when you screen the movie, if the audience doesn't cheer when Han Solo comes in the Millennium Falcon and saves Luke on the freaking trench run, then the movie's done. Just forget about it.
Yeah. Man, that's great.
It's freaking so good. But behind a lot of the best action movies of our lifetime are female editors, and no one ever says that.
Dude, I got to be honest. I didn't know there were a lot of women editors that I didn't know, but also I don't know, man. I would be a horrible editor. You know how I roll. I got so many. I can't get rid of that. I might want to watch it one day. Like that's how I would be constantly. That's freaking great that there's so many women editors. Who edited this one? Not a woman?
No, not a woman. The point is that we really need a good editor for this podcast because I'm doing it now, and I am not a woman editor, and it's freaking hard. It's real hard. I'm no Marcia Lucas. I'm leaving in all the extra stuff from the Battle
all
of
the
Yavin.
extra footage.
All of it's red too. It's a little windy up here. Just leaving all that in.
Oh man, Jake was watching the Family Guy Star Wars episode with me the other night. That's all I could think of when you just said red too. I'm overweight, pilot number 4.
Ham 7. Dude, Jeff, you should read about Marcia Lucas because her work on the Star Wars trilogy, you probably seen a lot of it in the behind the scenes stuff. It's crazy how much stuff she freaking pulled off. She also did stuff like on Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. She wasn't officially involved, but she watched an early cut of the movie with Spielberg and with Lucas. Yeah. And she was like, there's no emotional closure at the end because Marion's not there. And Spielberg went back and reshot it and brought her in.
Yeah.
It's like, just freaking that lady knows about movies. She should get more love. Although, she did okay. She won an Oscar. Her name's Lucas. She worked on Star Wars. I think she's
I was going to say, she's probably doing all right. But it is nice when people acknowledge your work. So I'm glad you said something.
Yeah, I wish that I would have known that earlier. But anyway, let's talk about Blue Chips. Not a single woman involved with this except for Mary McDonnell.
Yeah, who I like. I like her. McDonnell.
Dude, I do too. She's awesome. But man heavy here.
Yeah, it is. It is. Blue Chips, a sports drama that delves into the pressures and ethical dilemmas of college basketball. The plot centers around Pete Bell, a head coach desperate to revive a failing basketball program at Western University. To attract top talent and ensure a winning season, Bell is tempted into compromising his values by engaging in unethical practice of providing illegal benefits to recruits. None of that's a thing anymore, so now they just make it rain. Now you need a tractor like old, what was that kid's name?
I just called him Great Value Larry Bird.
Ricky. Ricky's dad needs a tractor. You just sign an NIL deal with John Deere, and here you go. $30,000 tractor, no problem.
I know, that's the thing, man. Your wife is totally on point the whole time. I was thinking, the thing is, like, I never cared about college kids getting paid Like even 20
Yeah.
years ago, everyone was like,
Yeah.
there was like these big, because I was listening to sports radio all the time because I worked a real job and it was boring.
Yeah.
And there was always conversations about like, they want to get paid. And then there was like the white guy who was like, they don't need to get paid. It's amateur. They get a free education. I was like, dude, who cares? They're making shit piles of money for these schools and for the NCAA.
Billions of dollars.
Let them get some money. I don't care. I never care.
Right. I'm totally with you. Plus, when people were like, yeah, that's why I like college. Cause they don't get paid and they're doing it for the love of the game.
Right.
It's like, that's not, they
doing
are
it
getting paid.
They're doing it for love of the game, like at SLU, but not
but even
at, like,
there,
big schools. Yeah.
Even there, like the quarterback has a pretty good game. They just have an envelope full of cash.
Give him a freaking $100 handshake.
Yeah.
Dude. Even at crappy little schools, they're getting. I mean, not the crappy little school I played football at. No one ever gave us anything. Even the stuff we were supposed to get, we didn't get. We were stealing toilet paper so that we could wipe our ass. But I'm saying, like, even like at Division I schools, even small ones, they're getting stuff, and I'm fine with it. They should get stuff.
Totally fine with it.
Like Southeastern's football team made like a nickel, but their coach makes like $600,000 a year. Like, let the players get a little something if they have a good game. I don't care.
They can have something. Speaking of which, I was going down a rabbit hole about that. You saw how many people signed for the new EA Sports college football game that's coming out? Yeah. Like freaking 10,000 kids signed the thing to get a cut. Awesome. That's awesome.
Dude, back in the day, I used to play all those college freaking games when they
would come out. You'd have to name them yourself.
You'd have to name them yourself, or you could, as it got a little bit later into like the modern era, you could download a roster that had everybody already named and then
nice.
Upload it to your game. I don't remember what system. I feel like on my like PS2 I could do that.
Nice. I just remember being able to save my guy that I made it all the way through college with and then draft him into Madden.
Oh yeah, I liked doing that too.
That was a big step.
Yeah, that was great, man. Remember back in the day when Jordan like refused to be in that game and it was just like random player number freaking 23 on the Bulls who was 99s across the board. But like he didn't have a name. It was like anonymous or some shit.
Like Tecmo Bowl, number 34 for the Raiders. Boy, that guy sure is fast.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. That little pixelated guy is definitely not Bo Jackson.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm glad they're getting paid now.
Yeah, and I saw freaking Nick Saban was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to keep coaching because these guys just want to get paid. I was like, dude, you get paid $12 million a year. Shut up.
Yeah, I thought that's why he quit because
that's what I'm saying.
It's not the same. The kids are getting paid.
It's not the same. Only I'm making a lot of money. I don't like it anymore. Shut up. I hate that.
Yeah. Well, what about Nick Saban? Do you like?
I don't care about Nick Saban. Like Nick Saban's awesome at coaching football. I'm not like that guy's stupid. Like he's great, but that's a dumb reason to quit coaching.
He stares right into the camera when he does it, and that drives me insane.
I don't care. Dude, you're wearing a freaking Alabama colored shirt right now. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
This is maroon. I'm trying to do it for my alma mater.
$35 million budget, $26 million gross. Lost money, number 58 on the year, right between Renaissance Man and Frankenstein.
Ooh. I want to do Renaissance Man, but I don't care about Frankenstein.
We're not doing Frankenstein. We are definitely doing Renaissance Man though. I'm excited.
I can't believe it lost money. They had people in here. I guess Shaq wasn't the household name that he is now.
Yeah, I mean, Shaq was in the NBA in '94. It's strange that it didn't do better because I actually think it's a pretty good movie. And at the time, I thought it was like, I mean, it's well written, it's well acted, it's well directed.
Freaking Bob Cousy's going to be in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Larry Bird's got a cameo and freaking
right. Don't you want to drop all of that to try to get people to go?
Yeah, it's weird. It's I think maybe part of the problem was it did like nothing internationally because in '94 we're like
nobody cared about.
We're just a couple years past the first Dream Team. No one knows anything about college basketball.
Yeah. I guess this does only pertain to American universities.
But even still, like it went $23 million in the States and $3.7 million internationally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why it was didn't do well at the box office. It is a little strange to me, but maybe it's I don't know. Maybe people like the sports movies where it's like the underdog really wins, or the kids all come together and learn a lesson, and not like
this
actually
is
the whole thing's super
Strikes
corrupt.
Back.
Like, yeah.
This is more of not like it's supposed to end.
Yeah,
this isn't Rudy for sure.
No. Awards?
No major awards. But
sequels and spinoffs?
No sequels or spinoffs. I didn't see that. Do you remember where you saw it though?
I don't. I didn't have it on VHS. I did have it on DVD later on, but I don't remember where I saw it.
Yeah, me too. I didn't have VHS. I did have the DVD though. I really liked it.
Nice.
I saw this in the theater with my mom. I remember. She was a huge Dale Brown fan. And we loved watching Shaq because that was back when it was like Shaq and
Chris Jackson.
Brown, Chris Jackson, where Mahmoud Abdul Rauf,
Abdul
and
Rauf.
and friggin' Vernell Singleton and people like that. So she's like, we should go see this one. And dude, it was fantastic. This wasn't the first time I thought about college players getting paid, but I remember after that going like, huh, I never thought of that. I guess maybe they don't get paid.
Yeah, we had LSU basketball season tickets when Shaq was there, and me and my dad would go.
Yeah.
We were sitting like 9,000 feet away, and I was like 11 years old, but you could see Shaq just freaking destroying people.
Yeah. So I don't know what we were there for. And my mom friggin' loved Dale Brown. Yeah. And I don't know what we were there for, but we got to go on the court afterwards. Nice. And I wanted to meet Nikita Wilson so bad. Yeah. He was like the center that wasn't before Shaq. And he was already taking a shower. And Dale Brown said, I'll be right back. Walked to the thing, told him to get dressed and come back out here so he could sign a hat for me. And I was like, that was silly. Why'd you do that? That's
probably the last time anyone ever asked for that guy's autograph. I'm glad. Yeah, glad that he did that.
I know exactly where that hat is. I know like all of the stuff. Like I have a hat with all those guys' signature on it. Like Vernell Singleton and Stanley Roberts. Remember Stanley Roberts? He was the other big guy with Shaq. Like I have all those guys' autograph on this one hat. And it's sitting in my parents' house. I know exactly where it is. I remember seeing it it was a mall theater.
That's amazing. I love that your mom was just like, Dale Brown's my guy. Like Shaq's my guy. We're going to see this. She's maybe the only woman who ever saw this movie. She's just such a baller. I love that.
Oh, no way. Everybody would like this movie if they saw it. Kat saw it. She remembered it.
Yeah. This movie probably did pretty well in Louisiana because we freaking loved some Shaq after he dominated all over LSU. I was thinking about this sometimes because I get bored when there's no sports on in the offseason. I'm like, if you did like all time. Remember they used to do that in like those games like Madden, like freaking all-time Browns versus all-time Steelers.
Oh,
like the all-time LSU team is pretty unimpeachable, given that they've never won anything in basketball. But like you're talking about like Pistol Pete,
I was gonna say they got
freaking Ben Simmons and Shaquille, and even like Stromile Swift, and like, dude, you're pretty solid. Like you go up against a lot of teams.
Yeah, there is definitely there's definitely a lot of players in there that would do well.
Freaking Bob Pettit, like, dude, the LSU all time squad is
those old guys. Those old guys have been around for a while.
Yeah.
What about do you watch movies because Shaq? I mean, did you watch Shazam because it was Shaq, or you just watched Shazam because you thought you were supposed to watch it, or you didn't watch Shazam?
I don't remember if I watched Shazam.
Steel is the other.
I didn't watch Steel. I don't remember if I watched Shazam, or is it Shazam or Kazam?
Kazam, huh? No, it's Shazam.
It's Kazam. I don't remember if I watched
the DC thing.
I don't remember if I watched Kazam, but I do remember that I owned the soundtrack because it had that Boyz II Men song on it.
Was it Boyz II Men or was it
it was Nate?
Just Nate. Yeah.
It was just Nate
by himself, and it had it was the sample in the background, wasn't it?
Wishes, it was For What It's Worth, Buffalo Springfield.
God, Buffalo Springfield, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a
good
soundtrack.
What a jam. What was there was another one where it was a Boyz II Men set. Mr. Holland's Opus.
Mr. Holland's Opus, that was Sean.
I gotta go listen to those.
Visions of a Sunset, that song is freaking
Visions of a Sunset. I feel like I'm in Biggin's car right now.
deep cuts. Smell it. Bye, audience. See you later. No one cares about the Kazam soundtrack. This has been fun. Yeah, man. Right, so dude, I don't remember when I saw this. I know I saw it in high school. I'm sure I probably rented it, and I gave it a 6 out of 10. Like I enjoyed rewatching it. It was fun.
Yeah,
and I thought it was pretty well. Like I thought it was well written and well acted. I just don't. It has literally no stakes because I don't care at all.
Right. And like Kat was saying, it doesn't even matter anymore.
That's what I'm saying. But it didn't matter to me even then. I just don't I don't like, hey, the NCAA makes billions of dollars on men's basketball and men's football. The schools make hundreds of millions of dollars. The coaches make tens of millions of dollars. Right. I'm supposed to care if the players want to make money. I just don't. I never have.
Right. No, I'm with you. Totally with you.
Like, dude, everybody's making money. Give the players some. I've never cared about that. In this movie, the whole central conflict is like, you're supposed to think that is a very serious thing that there are two sides on. And there aren't. I don't care.
Yeah, there wasn't for me either. Yeah, I gave it a 6.5 because I was like, I really like it. But now that it doesn't, that's all I could think of once Kat told me that. That's all The whole time
I was
just
thinking
like,
that the whole time because they're playing the heavy strings while Nick Nolte's like having an attack of conscience. I was like, I don't care. I just don't. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I went and looked it up again because it's always staggering. The highest paid state employees, 80% of them are football coaches at public universities.
Yeah, that's
Which
not
is fine.
shocking.
I don't care. Those programs make a ton of money, but you can't pretend like
But
the players
also-
aren't due some of it. Like I just don't.
Right. Yeah, give some to the players.
So,
Don't make them
like,
shave points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like this is what happened when you didn't just share the revenue. They had to go get a frickin' duffel bag full of cash from a booster and like buy their dad a tractor, get their mom a job instead of just being like, hey, we can just offer you money because we know there's a lot of it.
Which, by the way, the booster in this one, JT Walsh,
pour
some out for my dead homie.
I know.
Too soon. He was fantastic.
He's great
at this type of stuff. God, he was slimy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
And like when he met with Nick Nolte in his house, and he was dressed with like the freaking sweater and the shorts and the socks, like he was playing tennis. God, he looked so douchey. I loved it. He did a great job at this. I really like it.
He was wearing like at the filming of Nick Nolte's TV show, he's like wearing his freaking double-breasted suit with his like geometric tie and his freaking shiny shoes with tassels.
Yeah.
He's like, I own you. God, he's so freaking slimy. He's the best.
Yeah, he is good.
But yeah, so I got a 6 out of 10. You got a 6.5. Like it's good, but I don't know how to care about this.
Yeah.
Like this conflict. There's no arc for me because I'm like, I don't care. Give him money. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, give him as many tractors as he needs. Who cares?
Yeah, dude, give him all the tractors. Give freaking great value Larry Bird. Give his dad all the tractors he wants because he's a good jump shooter and they're making tons of money.
He's not that good of a jump shooter. He had to play in Europe, but still.
Well, he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
There was a fire, which you started and which I had to pay for. I was going to write you a letter, but I wasn't allowed anything sharp to write with.
Oh, man. Oh, what a great movie.
All right, let's do the best. What's your first best scene?
All right, so my first best scene was the very end.
Yeah.
Or my number one best scene, not first, is the final, like when he's at the press conference. And Al Bundy asks him the question whether or not they're point shaving or if he paid him. And he just comes to this poignant moment where he just can't hold it in and breaks down and starts yelling. And that was, I thought, the best part of the whole movie, to be honest.
Well, that's supposed to be the like Patty Chayefsky like network like moment where the person on camera just like breaks it all down and like, but again, because there weren't any stakes, I knew that was supposed to be
right
the peak of the movie, but it's like I really don't care. There's no emotional weight here for me because I don't care.
Right. And I like I like Nick Nolte fine, but I'm saying like I like the way he did that. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, dude, he did a really good job. Freaking, that's why he's name brand Gary Busey.
Yeah, and like he would like walk out in front of the cameras. In front of the microphones, in between the cameras, and he's like talking all quiet. And I'm like, what's he saying? And like turned it up a little bit, and then he was like, and that's why you. And I'm like, oh my god! And he started screaming, and I was like, turn it back down, because everybody was sleeping when I was watching it.
Dude,
like
if you need an actor who can hit two notes, and the two notes are angry and exasperated, Nick Nolte is your guy.
He killed it. Killed it.
Like he's got those in his wheelhouse all day.
Yeah. What
I like that. Dude, it was a good scene. I just didn't put it on my list because by the time it came out, I was like, I know this is the most important part of the movie, but I also don't care. Like at the end of Cool Runnings, I was like in tears as they carried the bobsled. And this, I was like, yeah, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're
Sanka,
saying.
you dead, man? My first one is when Nick Nolte is recruiting Penny Hardaway and he's in his mom's like crappy apartment in Chicago with his freaking grandmom and his like little sisters, and he's like designing plays in the living room. He's like taking the little sisters, like, you stand here, you hold the bunny. Grandma, can you come over here and help us? Here, you hold the pillow. He's like, you're gonna come off the screen. Pass him the pillow. Like he's just freaking doing that.
And he shoots it into the lamp. And
yeah,
the whole
dude,
time
I love
his mom,
all of the recruiting stuff was great.
Yeah,
his mom was fantastic.
The second one was my second favorite scene. Alfre Woodard is her mom.
Alfre Woodard,
she freaking kills it,
dude. She wasn't in enough of this movie for me to put her in the best characters, but she is so good.
I agree. I've loved her ever since Scrooged.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great scene. I like that.
And I like all the recruiting stuff. I liked it. You could tell like he's just come off his worst season ever, but he's got some national championships. And dude, he's doing the recruiting. He's like, He's got the patter. He's like dressed exactly like whoever he's going to see. He's like, he's whatever religion they are. It's freaking, it's brilliant.
Oh, well, hell, I grew up in the Pentecostal
church. I grew up in the
church.
Pentecostal church. He's telling freaking Great Value Larry Bird's dad. He's like, well, I was raised Baptist. He's like, First Baptist or Southern Baptist? He goes, well, First Baptist, of course. The dad's like, yeah, we don't like Southern Baptists around here. He's like, yeah, of course. I was like, and then like 10 minutes later, he's like, I'm Catholic. And he's like, I'm not Catholic. It's like, all right.
I like how they were also NCSA champions. Because they can't say NCAA, I guess.
No. No. Although weirdly, they're playing Indiana University with actual Bobby Knight in the movie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That was weird for me.
Yeah. That's how it always is, though. It's like the NCAA is always like, you can't license our stuff if you're going to be telling a very true story about how players take money from boosters.
Yeah.
We're not going to allow that.
Can't be truthful.
What's your next scene?
My next best scene is when Great Value Larry Bird comes in and he's like, I really like this place. The girls, man, they're super hot. But I guess there's some business we should get to. I'm going to need about $30,000. You can throw it in one of them duffel bags. And like, he's like all sweaty and he's like nervous when he's telling him. And Nick Nolte loses his mind, which for like the third time in a movie, he's just sitting in a room full of dudes with just a towel on after getting out of the shower. Just get dressed. What is this? I mean,
and also it's like one of the only jobs where you can be really good at it, but you just also just like scream at people right in their face. And everyone's like, man, he's just passionate. You can't, if you're working at like freaking Midas Muffler, like you can't just start screaming at people for no reason. If you're a shift manager at freaking Canes, you can't do that. But if you're a high level basketball coach, absolutely, man. That means you're really good at coaching, I guess, because that's how I was always coached, even though I never liked it.
I can't even imagine someone yelling at the shift workers at Canes like that. Just like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you want to be here or you don't. I'm sick of the.
It's like, I can't even look at you guys. No heart. It's like, yeah, man, just making chicken for $13.50 an hour.
Oh man, I got a bunch of kids that work at Canes that are in my class, and they tell me all kinds of great stories about Canes.
That sounds like a great alternate podcast for us to do. Just freaking tales from fast food workers.
That sounds horrible. I would be so sad. I would be sad like I watched Philadelphia.
That would be funny for like 2 episodes, and then we'd be very sad.
It would be awful. Yeah. So my second scene is Great Value Larry Bird doing the thing, telling him that he needs the money, and Nick Nolte just kicking his ass right out because he's not.
And I liked how
standing on his laurels.
I like how he literally says, he's like, I think that a white blue chip player such as myself should command $30,000. And I was trying to figure out at the time, I'm like, is he being racist or is he saying like it's not as much money because he's white?
I don't know.
Because I know his dad was racist because he was doing all kind of freaking dog whistle stuff when he was talking to Nick Nolte the first time.
They gave Butch's mom like a house.
That's what I'm saying. He got a house.
He got way more.
Well, dude, he's way better.
Yeah, he is way better.
But that's why I couldn't figure out, like, why was the fact that he was a white blue chip player, why did that have anything to do with how much money he wanted in the duffel bag? I couldn't figure it out. And they never went back to it. It's just a throwaway line. So I was just like thinking for 5 minutes, I was like, why did that matter?
People like telling the race of the person in the story that they're talking about, even though it doesn't matter.
Well, and also they're on the room. They can see that you're white. They know what race you are. Telephone etiquette is important, Elizabeth. It lets people know your race even when they can't see you. Yeah, that's a good one. Nolte loses it yet again for no reason.
Yeah.
My second one is young Shaq playing pickup in Algiers. Which, by the way, if you only know about Algiers from this movie, you think it's just dirt roads and alligators. And it turns out it's right across the river from New Orleans. It's like an actual city. It's got freaking stoplights and everything.
In my notes, I said, first of all, the guy goes, I got somebody for you. You're going to really love him. Let's hop on a plane. On a plane, where are we going? To Algiers. And he goes, Algiers? And he had just said that the kid was like an army brat. So I'm thinking, oh, shit. Yeah.
You're thinking Algiers.
I'm like, Algiers, the capital of Algeria.
The capital of Algeria.
The Northern African country.
You were going to North Africa. Hop on.
Yeah. So I didn't realize. And then I remembered, oh, wait, no, he's talking about the neighborhood in New Orleans. So does everybody know Algiers is a neighborhood in New Orleans?
No. And they didn't expect us to know that because they filmed it like they were on the freaking edge of the swampland.
Right. He took a shrimp boat there.
Like 5 minutes from New Orleans.
Why didn't he just take the bridge? Like, it's so much faster. And they walked through like a rural wooded area.
That's what I'm saying. It's just freaking dirt roads and alligators. Like Algiers is not across the river from New Orleans. Like literally,
it's part of New Orleans,
a couple hundred feet
not?
away. Yeah,
isn't Algiers like part of New Orleans? It's just a neighborhood, yeah. Or
it's
no?
a neighborhood of New Orleans. It's an Orleans parish.
Yeah,
It's over on the Best Bank.
I just didn't know why we had to get on a shrimp boat, get off, run through some mud, run down a street with a bunch of kids between two houses, get stared at by a bunch of people, all to go watch Shaq just goaltend in some warehouse. Which, by the way, he goaltended when he was playing with the kids too.
Yeah,
they threw the ball and he was just like smack. I was like, that's goaltending. Freaking little Timmy gets the points. What are we doing?
Please, Neon, try not to step on any of the children. Yeah, dude, this seems like a movie that was written by someone who's never been to Louisiana, but also was writing at a time when there wasn't the internet. So he's probably went to a library and like looked at an almanac, and he's like, this Algiers, that's a cool sounding place. It seems like it's far away. I bet it's probably just dirt roads and alligators and shrimp boats, and not like a neighborhood in Orleans Parish, part of New Orleans.
Even back then, it wasn't like dirt roads and alligators.
I know it wasn't, but no one but us would know that. No one but people from Louisiana.
Right.
And even if you're from Louisiana, you got to have spent a decent amount of time in New Orleans to be familiar with the Best Bank.
Yeah.
But that's my second scene because, dude, Nick Nolte's reaction to young Shaq playing pickup hoops is exactly the right reaction to seeing young Shaq play basketball.
Right.
Because he's just going, what the hell? And like, if you go back, if you don't remember, like you should Google like Shaq LSU highlights or Shaq on the Orlando Magic, because he's doing shit that was like this. I don't understand what's happening. I'm not familiar with the type of thing that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Like it's as weird as when you see Wembanyama play now, you're just going like, this cannot be possible.
Right.
How's that guy doing that stuff?
How is he this fast and big and strong and dominant and can jump that high? Like he has all the things.
Yeah, dude. How does he move like Eric Dickerson, but he's 7'4"?
Right. Yeah, dude, that's a good one. I to be completely honest, I had to rewind it twice. Because I was like, did he just take a shrimp boat? And then they ran past a train. Like they ran over some tracks and they were running down, and I saw the name on the side of the train. Yeah. I was like, that tugboat company sounds familiar because I've seen the sign before. It's in Luling. So like they're all over the place. They weren't even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a documentary about Algiers.
Right, right. But I'm like, just get it right. Just do the damn thing. I mean,
they didn't have the money for that.
I knew
What's
it was
your
wrong.
third scene?
And also he goaltended. Just saying.
Yeah. Goaltending like crazy.
My third scene was...
Can you imagine calling a goaltend in a pickup game? That even if you're Shaq, no one's calling that.
It depends on how many times in a row he does it. If he's just standing there in the paint and just swatting it as it's coming.
Yeah, if I at 6'2" go up to Shaq's belly button and go, "Hey man, that's goaltending," I don't think it's gonna go well. I'm just gonna.
I like how you went with belly button instead of what you're actually eyeing straight across.
What's your third scene?
All right, so my third scene hits me a little too close to home. It's when Shaq, who could easily pass the SAT, said it was culturally biased, and that's why. And that's why he just kept saying everything was culturally biased. And he didn't
while wearing shorts that were so long that they were hitting him in the ankles.
They were purple too.
It was great.
He didn't want to take the SAT because that test is culturally biased, and I could get a 900 in my sleep. And he made a bet with Jenny,
Mary McDonald.
Jenny? Yeah, Mary McDonald. Made a bet with her. Jenny. That he could win the bet by scoring high enough on the SATs, and of course he did. He got a 960, with no problem.
Turns out he's actually was plenty smart enough to do well enough on the SAT to get into college. He just didn't care enough to do well the first time around because the test was culturally biased. Which
is not all of my kids, maybe not even a majority, but there's a bunch of kids that when they answer stuff, and I'm always like, how did you knew that the whole time? Why didn't you just, because this class is culturally biased, Mr. Horn. But to be completely honest, it hit a little too close to home. And I was like, man, I'm going to start betting my kids to see if they could pass the tests.
Yeah. That's
all we need to do is pay them. That's the moral of this entire story.
If you're telling me that you want to pay high school kids to study for the tests so that they'll do well, I'm fine with that. Like, we're already paying for their education. If you think that would get a better result, like, let's do it.
But that's what I'm saying. So could you say like, okay, if you are still in high school and you're 16 when you can get a job, you don't have to get a job because going to school can be your job. We'll
Yeah.
pay you minimum wage for every hour that you're here, but only if you keep this GPA.
Yeah, only if you stay eligible. It's the same with this college scholarship, a lot of which come from
why
state or
don't we do
federal
that?
funds.
Is that a
I don't
thing?
know.
Has anybody ever said that?
Everything is already so bad, I'm willing to try absolutely anything. Like there's
We tried nothing, and we're all out of options.
there's no plan you can propose that I'm not going to go, yeah, dude, why not? Because whatever we're doing now ain't working.
It's not.
It's terrible. My third scene is they're watching after Happy, JT Walsh pours some out, tells him that he bought Tony, one of the players, the point shaving scandal, the alleged point shaving scandal is real. Right. He goes back and finds the tape, and dude, he has a room full of so many VHS tapes. And they're not organized at all. It just looked like, I guess, my closet of VHS movies that I taped off of movie channels, and like nothing is in order. And he's just freaking rifling through there. He finds
caused me anxiety a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, I was like, do they not have a video coordinator who can put this shit in order by?
They definitely do.
And they go he watches the film with his assistant coaches, and they're just talking about the freaking thing. But like two coaches are like, nah, Tony he was a freshman. He was making mistakes. He's like, everybody had a bad game. He's like, but Tony had 25 points. Like he was playing hard. And then the coach that wasn't there, that has come on the staff since then, was like, yeah, he's definitely shaving points. Like, look at that. He's just passed that ball to nobody. And the other coach is like, you shut your mouth.
Yeah. And he's like looking up at the thing.
And then Nick Nolte gets so angry that he charges to the dorms. And the dorms looks like freaking Animal House. People are just partying on the front lawn. Yeah, I lived in the dorms. That's not what they look like.
Partying in the rooms, and then he goes and bangs
on Tony's door and confronts him. Yeah. And I was not a star player by any means, but when I was in college, no football coach ever stepped foot on our dorms. They had no idea where we lived.
Right.
So the fact that he like charges right to the dorms and goes and confronts him, I thought was kind of hilarious. But, but yeah, I like that scene because that was the thing that kind of broke him, and then he was like, "This sucks, I'm out," and now I'm just going to start.
Now I'm
ready to just tell everybody that I don't like this anymore.
I don't want it because the kids are getting paid. I'm quitting coaching. That's a good scene. I like when he's telling Tony, and he's like, "You took the purest thing you had, son, and you threw it away." And I was like, "Oh, look at him. He's crying. He's doing a good job." Like the whole thing, all of that was good.
Dude, and they're upset, and I get it. Like they broke the rules, and also, but dude, like freaking Butch lives in a neighborhood in Chicago that was so scary that if he couldn't play basketball, no one would ever step foot in it to try and talk to him. And everyone's mad that he got his mom and his sisters a nice house and got him out of that neighborhood. I don't get what am I mad about? I don't understand.
Yeah, what could you possibly be upset about?
Yeah, and like all of the drama that this movie needed to get, I couldn't do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's do quotes.
Yeah.
My first quote is freaking from his mom, Alfre Woodard, because she's asking Nick Nolte. She's like, "Yeah, you want Butch? He's awesome. We want a house, and I want a better job. I want a yard, and I want the girls to freaking not get shot at while they're walking to school.
All good things."
And he's like, you want to teach your son to break the rules? And it's like, what is that going to make him when he gets out in the world? And he's like, I know one thing. I know a foul is not a foul unless the ref blows the whistle.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, that's freaking smart. That's a great way to tell a basketball coach why he should cheat. It's like, you guys are cheating all the time. Have you seen Chris Paul flop? Like, dude, they don't. Oh man, who's objecting to this? If you watch basketball, you cannot care about cheating because everybody's freaking diving all the time at the ground.
Dude, I don't understand.
But anyway, I like that one because good for his mom, Alfre Woodard. She's my jam.
Yeah, she is. My first one was when they're talking about Shaq, which, by the way, I got to be honest, I thought his name was Leon when I was younger because I never.
Neon.
Yeah, I had the subtitles on this time when I was watching it, so I saw his name was Neon, but I used to think it was Leon. When that guy's talking to Nick Nolte and he's like, "Look, I'm not going to bullshit you, Pete. He ain't no brain surgeon, all right? He took the SAT recently, scored a 520 out of 1,600." And he's like, 520, you get 400 just for spelling your name correctly. And he's like, yeah, he messed up on his name. That is totally also hitting really close to home.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of kids like, I'm not taking the ACT again. I got an 11. What do they want? What do they want from me? I'm like, all right. They want more than an 11, fella. Let's go.
You've barely earned the double digits. We got to keep on going.
Yeah, keep pushing. So that's my first one. I like that one.
That one's great. I like that. Like normally in sports movies, the athletes get really cool names. Like Ron Shelton wrote this movie. He wrote freaking Nuke LaLoosh and like all that stuff. And in this case, Neon Bodo as Shaquille O'Neal is a better name than that. And Butch McRae Penny Hardaway is a better name than that. Like the actual guys have cooler names than their cool athlete names that the writer gave them. And he's good at names.
Butch is not a good name. Neither is Neon.
No. I mean, they're fine. But, I mean, dude, Shaq is a way better name.
Yeah. Is it because we like Shaq?
No, dude, Shaq is just an awesome. I mean, if he was not good, it wouldn't be
As
cool.
awesome.
But that's it. When you're awesome and you have an awesome name, it's yep.
What's your next one?
My next one is the one we already talked about, where he tells Great Value Larry Bird's dad. He's like, I want him to be watched over by someone who's a Christian. He's like, well, I was raised in the Baptist church. And he's like, First Baptist or Southern Baptist? And he's like, First Baptist, of course.
Of course. I like that.
And honestly, dude, that's the way I still to this day remember the difference between First Baptist and Southern Baptist. It's freaking Great Value Larry Bird's dad did not like Southern Baptists. He was First Baptist. That's how I keep them separate.
I don't know what the difference is between the two.
Yeah.
There's a part where they beat Indiana and Nick Nolte says 900 million Chinamen couldn't give a damn. And I was like, I had not that long ago had just read something and it was a thing about the guy from Notre Dame after in the 60s he lost to USC, and they were like, what do you think? He's like the way he explained it was like there's 750 million people in China who didn't even know the game was played.
Yeah.
So like I think that's what he was going for. And I read that article about, I can't remember who the Notre Dame guy was, the coach of Notre Dame at the time. Not the guy with the teeth that don't fit. That guy we talk like this. Whatever that guy's name. Not him, but Lou Holtz. Not Lou Holtz. Yeah, but the other guy. And when he said that, I was like, oh, snap. I just read that. I think that's what it was an homage to, or like
nice.
Like a throw to. Even though he did say Chinaman, which I should probably put in the political incorrect.
Yeah, politically incorrect at this point.
But that was my second one.
That's a good one, man. I didn't have a third one, but I remembered both of those lines that I quoted. I still think of quite a bit. 30 years later, and I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Well, my third one also is kind of a throwaway because I only put it right at the end when I was making my notes. Is when he said, "You took the purest thing in your life and you corrupted it for what?" I just really liked when he did that. That was good.
Brand name Gary Busey was doing work here. He was doing a good job, but I just didn't. Yeah, just there were no stakes for me because I don't.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. What about characters? Who you got for your characters?
I got brand name Gary Busey playing off-brand Bobby Knight, Nick Nolte.
I put him too, but he's second for me.
Yeah, I just went through the list kind of as I thought of him. It's not ranked like 1, 2, 3. Like I don't think it's a hard role to play. He's got freaking 2 speeds. He's got yelling and he's got exasperated.
Right.
But he's doing a good job.
Like you said, he's really good at those two.
And there's so many coaches that I knew like that it was very believable to me. I just can't even look at you guys right now.
I don't even know how.
Like he would freaking throw over the water cooler and walk out of the room, and the assistant coaches would go, "All right, so on the press we're gonna," and then he comes right back in and starts the tirade again.
I mean, why would you throwing markers? I just don't understand why people want to live like that. I'm good. I'm good for them. Sports on 3, hands in.
Yeah. Heart attack on 3. Here we go.
Yeah. Come on, ulcers. Nick Nolte, he did a great job. But I put Shaq first because I know he's the reason I went and saw this movie. Yeah. And he's still one of my favorite players ever.
He's number 2 for me, man. He's just being young Shaq in this movie, but you can see why young Shaq made a bunch of movies and made a bunch of albums and made a bunch of commercials and made a bunch of money. He's just freaking super likable. He's just this like giant person with this really deep voice. And it's like, he's got a good personality. I just like him.
Yeah, he's great. And he's really good at basketball.
Yeah.
The third one I picked was Matt Nover, the guy who played Ricky Rowe.
Ricky Rowe.
I like how he was a white blue chip player that deserved $30,000. He played that part really well, and it was kind of crappy, but I liked him.
He did, and he played professional basketball like elsewhere in the world for almost 10 years after this movie. Yeah. Like he was legit player. I got Mary McDonnell third because she's like the voice of reason for the entire movie. Like she's also she's Nick Nolte's ex-wife, but they're still clearly very close.
Right.
Like he's coming over to her house all the time and like talking to her about stuff. She goes to all the games and she's like, she did that. Like one time when he realized Tony shaved points, he came over her house in the middle of the night, like banged on the door and like woke her up and stuff. And We came inside. Dude, she just did such a freaking perfect job. I was like, man, this is like textbook setting boundaries, especially in 1994.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I can see that you're in distress. I can't do anything for you. I'm going to go to bed. Please lock the door when you leave. And she just walked upstairs. I was like, God, that's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, the part that killed me with her was when they were sitting at dinner.
Yeah.
And he said something about cheating or something. And she goes, well, wait, did you cheat? And he was like, she's like, look at me in the eyes. And he just was like, I swear to God, I didn't cheat. And then he was like, I'm crazy about you. And she's like, okay, thanks. Like she played it really well. She was really good.
Yeah. Also shout out to Lou Gossett Jr., uncredited, dude, as the priest in Chicago that was like giving him the introduction to Penny Hardaway.
I remember that. As soon as I saw him, I liked me some Lou Gossett Jr. Who else did I see? I saw Arliss, Robert Wool.
Yeah, Robert Wool.
He was in there at one point.
He was in there for a second. He was helping him with the recruiting. Ed O'Neill as Ed, the reporter. JT Walsh as the booster. Dude, there's some good. I mean, this is a good cast, and the
plus the actual cameos.
The cameos are crazy too. Yeah,
yeah. So
writer and director stuff. Ron Shelton is the writer. He is. If you're like talking about sports movies, this is my guy right here. He wrote White Men Can't Jump. He wrote Bull Durham. He wrote Tin Cup. Yeah. Then he also wrote non-sports movies. Like he wrote Bad Boys 2. Like he's freaking awesome. We're getting ready to do Bull Durham on Patreon. So he's got a book about the writing of Bull Durham called The Church of Baseball that I've read that I think Jeff's going to check out. But dude,
I found it on Hoopla, so I'm going to check it out. It looks good.
I love that guy. He is a great writer. And this is a well-written movie. He just didn't, for whatever reason, didn't really do as well as some of the other stuff he's done.
Yeah.
He also wrote and directed in the same year Cobb, the biopic about Ty Cobb with Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that.
Also featuring Robert Wool. So I don't know.
He's good at the sports stuff. The director, dude, is the director William Friedkin. Friedkin.
Yeah.
He did Exorcist. That's what I remember him from for this. I mean, I know he did, what was it that I looked at? French Connection. That's Gene Hackman.
Oh, yeah, French Connection, yeah.
I remember that, but I didn't know. Like, I remembered his name from The Exorcist. Did you have any bonus good?
The only thing I was going to say is, like, in addition to not caring about the stakes of the movie, he only needed to break the rules to get Penny Hardaway and to get Great Value Larry Bird. He didn't need to break the rules to get Shaq. Right. Shaq was just going to come.
Yeah.
And I was like, after the movie ended, and they do like the credits. And it's like, this guy goes on to do this. This guy goes on to do this. Yeah. So I was like, well, he didn't need to cheat to get Shaq. And if you're like a 500 ball club and you sign young Shaquille, isn't that already enough to turn you around pretty well? I went and looked up Shaq's LSU numbers. Dude, Shaq's sophomore year at LSU, he averaged 27.5 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 blocks. 1.5 assists, 1.5 steals. Like, if you add that guy to your team, I think you're already going to be pretty good. Like, you could have just not cheated and you would have been in the same place.
Right. That's ridiculous stats. 27.5, 15.
Dude.
That's brutal.
It's ludicrous. I'm telling you guys, y'all got to go Google Shaq LSU highlights.
Yeah.
Just watch him grainy freaking 360p footage of just tearing down backboards. They had to change all of the backboard stanchions in the NBA for Shaq because he just kept ripping rims off of the freaking backboards.
Yeah, pulling the whole goal down sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, I had that Bob Cousy when he was shooting those baskets. And Nick Nolte
he was like the athletic director.
Yeah, and he was shagging rebounds for him while they were talking. I was reading about how the director's like, look, whether it goes in or not, just keep going.
Yeah.
But Bob Cousy never missed anyway.
Yeah, it's Bob Cousy.
And then he switched over to his left hand on the last one.
Yeah, then he started freaking making him lefty.
So Nick Nolte, he was ad-libbing that. He was like, I can't just miss one, for Christ's sake. Come on. It's like, you're not even missing lefty. That was freaking great. Old man just dropping down.
Dude, I didn't look that up, but I was positive when it happened that I was like, he's definitely ad-libbing this because Bob Cousy is just draining like 9 in a row. Like while talking, while delivering his lines, I'm like, I know he's not even trying. He's just
in a freaking button down with a tie. Yeah. Like he's just throwing it down. Yeah. Any other good?
No.
Do you have anything worse? What about like the effects for this movie? I thought there's not like special effects, but like the basketball looked really good.
I think it's because we talked about this. You'll read about this for probably for Bull Durham, but I think for White Men Can't Jump, they shot a lot of the actual basketball. And I think for this movie, they probably did the same thing. And it makes it so much better. They're actual basketball players. And they go, I was actually thinking, I was like, it's weird that like Shaq and Penny are both professional players when this movie comes out. They're doing their own stunts. They're playing basketball in the movie.
Wait, I read about this. So Penny doesn't get drafted until the next year.
Okay.
Right? And the reason that they traded Chris Webber for Penny Hardaway is because Shaq was at the Magic and said, hey, this dude's good.
Yeah.
You should get him instead. That's friggin' sweet.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
And having actual basketball players makes a ton of difference. That way you don't
makes
have
a ton of difference, but I was thinking
Keanu quarterback.
Yeah, but like when Shaq is like skying through to dunk on freaking, whoever.
Bobby Knight's kid.
Like Bobby Hurley, who even in this movie I still hate.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really Shaq, because how could where are you finding a stunt double for Shaq?
Yeah,
like on a basketball court. And it's like, it's weird that they're playing their own basketball, doing their own stunts, but it's great.
He definitely did his own stunts. And so he was so tall though, that they couldn't find, like, they were like, we need to have other people higher up that it's not working for the cameras. Yeah. They gave him special shoes with a very thin sole, and everybody else had lifts.
7.5 instead of 7'1".
Right. And everybody else had lifts in, so they could keep them all in the same camera frame.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
But yeah, I thought the basketball was really good. My only worst was, honestly, I just don't care. There's no drama in this movie because I don't care about people getting paid, because they're making billions of dollars. They should get paid.
Yeah. They are making billions and billions of money.
And it's funny because I think it's one of those things that part of it is me. I've never cared about that. And part of it is that attitudes have changed a lot, obviously, since this movie came out. Because this was this was a conversation even into the 2000s, is like when they first started talking about like what, because there was this whole thing. I remember I was first working. It was like you could go to the freaking NCAA football website and type in like Johnny Manziel in the search bar, and it would show you his jersey. It didn't have his name on the back, but it brought you right to the exact right Texas jersey. It's like Texas A&M, and it's like he gets none of that, but they're clearly profiting directly from his likeness.
Of course they are.
Yeah, they totally are.
Who was what was it? Ed O'Bannon? Was that his name?
Yeah,
the guy from UCLA. Yeah, that's the guy who kind of started all this. They said, because he was like, "Hey, listen, if you're going to put my likeness on this video game, I need some money." And that's dude. He's right.
So that's the only bad for me, but I think part of it is that when you made this movie, that actually was a very serious conversation that people really cared about, and now it just isn't.
Now nobody cares.
It's just like, we're in the future, we don't care about that.
Now Livy Dunn is really hot in a leotard, so she's worth $3.8 million.
Let's do 5 questions. Yeah. Is it okay for kids?
Dude, did you hear any dirty words? I didn't like. No, I didn't hear any. The only thing I was thinking is like maybe kids wouldn't care about this now. That's why I'm sure they wouldn't. Yeah. Other than that, no, you could watch it.
Would it get made if it were pitched now? I don't know how it could, because I don't think there's any drama there. There's no conflict.
What about like what's the new thing that we need to give athletes that we don't? And the only thing I could think of was like mental health.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think that they could make a movie about. Like, you can't make it the same as this, because that's not the same.
I think it would be a dramatically different movie, so much so that I don't know that you would even be able to call it like a
call
reboot.
It the same
and plus,
thing. Yeah.
I don't think there's any appetite for it.
Yeah.
I guess you would do it as a movie. I mean, they've done shows like this, but
I mean, I guess you could keep following Nick Nolte through all of the years of basketball, but
hell, Chewbacca. Did you do any recasting? I got a couple.
Yeah, who do you got? Because I only recasted Nick Nolte.
Give me Nick Nolte.
Marshala Ali.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He's not angry, mad Nick Nolte.
No.
He is just very stoic and super pissed.
But I like him because he's intense. Like, he's not like shouting in people's faces as much. Right. That's probably good. The guy I put in the Nick Nolte role is definitely a shouting in people's faces type of guy. It's Vince Vaughn.
Ooh, that would be awesome. That would be great. Just constantly pointing at people with 4 fingers.
Yeah. and he's tall, so it'd be good for a basketball movie because he's like he's closer to the player's height. And for Mary McDonald's role, I got Jennifer Connelly.
Ooh, nice. She's good.
Because I think she could play that like, we're divorced now. You can come over and talk to me, but also now go away.
Yeah, get the hell away.
I got to teach kids in the morning.
Yeah.
And then for Shaquille O'Neal, I'm like, dude, I'm putting Wemby in that one.
That's a good call.
You can go to actual Algiers where he speaks French. And go
I was just about to say, couldn't you go to Northern Africa and be fine? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
He's very raw. No, he's not. He's freaking doing crossovers and step backs, and he's like 19 years old. He's not raw at all.
He's fun to watch.
And he's also he's an alien like Shaquille was when he was that age. It's like, what? How's that possible?
Yeah, super gangly. So can you watch and enjoy it?
Yeah, dude. I'm glad that we watched it. I don't know that we'll watch it again anytime soon, but
Right.
But it was fun to watch it again for the podcast.
Right.
It's nowhere. It's not streaming anywhere. I had to rent it on Google. The weird thing is,
it was tough to find.
I could rent it in HD for $3.79, or I could rent it in standard definition for $3.99. It costs more to rent it in standard definition.
That's because they got to take out some of them pixels. Got to clear out all them pixels. It's hard to do.
I think that I just thought that literally I thought that's a 20-cent tax on old people who don't know the difference between SD and HD. So like, it might not work if I get the wrong one. I better just pay the extra money.
Just give me the good stuff.
So yeah, if you can find it for rent, but not streaming anywhere. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Next up, next episode comes out April 1st. We officially enter Jim Carrey month.
Oh man.
The first of his 3 huge movies from 1994 is The Mask.
Can't wait.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get Jim Carrey, and we're not going to be able to get Cameron Diaz, and we're also not going to be able to get Richard Jeni because he's dead. But
yeah.
But I can't wait to start Jim Carrey month.
Jim Carrey month is gonna be awesome.
Yep. And go check out Who Framed Roger Rabbit on Patreon. You can do a free 7-day trial if you just want to check it out without paying anything. But yeah, I got nothing else. Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.